Hey, how's it going, folks? I'm just having a thought about this particular topic, and I have to say, the Western world, and I know it's bad for me to say this, but also the third world has failed the pandemic. All right, and the reason behind is because it's not up to date with the technology, with the tracing. They know people has the rights to go out, regardless, whatever what the government is, and people will listen. People will stay at home and quarantine 14 days. There's no way. All right, minimum. um it is just shows how bad it goes. Now if you look at the top 20 or top 30 on the list on the world toppers on coronavirus count, many you'll see is North America, South America, Middle East, European countries, and as well maybe Asia is in it if I have a deeply closer look. um there's a large number, all right, and it's fascinating to see Singapore has like 20 something thousand or 30,000. This little country, very copped up really hard, but also as you can see China just dropping down by the ladder. Now regardless if you guys believe the number or not, there's something you guys should know. With the contact of the tracing in China, there's actually three countries. I can't say three countries. All right, two country and one city did a really good job. You guys can name another city down below, but I doubt you guys can because you guys don't watch my videos. One of them is China. One of them is South Korea, and the other one is one of the cities in China, Hong Kong. Now, what they are. So let's break it down. South Korea has hit the hardest when there was a Middle Eastern that sort of flu-like symptom, like SARS, Ebola, SARS, or like COVID has spread and has hit hard in South Korea. They've learned their lesson and they're bang on top with the app, tracing app, and things like that as well, alerted, and perhaps probably AI camera to trace it down. China, on the other hand, is AI camera and as well punishment, very very heavily punishment as well. Hong Kong, the other hand, regardless if there's AI camera or not, I have to say, not sure. Okay, but one thing that really amazed me the most with Hong Kong was regards to the ankle bracelet tracker. And if you step out the door of the house, you get a hefty fine. They talk about like $220,000 or $30,000 fine, US. That's what they stated. Now, it is very, very. You see how things goes. The future is going to be AI cameras for sure, surveillance. And also, I can't mention on this video, but I don't know, haven't done my research, but also countries who has designed the Belt and Road Initiative and have this type of technology in their cities or country has dealt very, very well. All right, so with the AI cameras as well, surveillance. Now, regardless if you talk about anti-human rights or this is authoritarian, this is the future has to go. Now, the vaccine hasn't released, and God knows when is this vaccine is going to come, but it's easier to install the AI cameras. We are heading to the AI, era. So the AI cameras, all right. So it's about security, safety, reduce the numbers of crime, and as well with the possible crime of terrorism. So there's benefits on others, and also other agenda from the government. I only can speak on one of them that I could think of right now is for those who wants to get permanent residency or getting extra points in Australia, you have to live in certain cities and you have to stay there. You can't just do the loophole, staying here and staying there. And, it smash out all that. I think the most important one is the criminal, to track it down and everything like that. So you have that as well, all right? That's what I said. The Western world has failed. This has demonstrated how failure it goes. I don't know how bad China is, but if it will go bad, but it will be better because China is a high density country, Now, God knows how good is Japan. I don't know much about Japan, but Japan doing really, really well at the beginning. I don't know what Japan, so I can't speak for Japan. And this it just shows the lack of technology or tracing can do with events like this, a pandemic. It doesn't go too well. So you have that, and hope you guys acknowledge, understood what the future hold with the AI camera surveillance in our life. Regardless if you like it or not, it will be put on our agenda for people's safety, or perhaps the government has different motive of purpose. But regardless if it's right or wrong, that's the future we're heading to.